Thursday night baseball right here on Sonoma TV and on the Sonoma Stompers radio network. It's the Stompers and the visiting Salina Stockade here on a warm night from Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Welcome in, everybody. Forrest Hunt here with you. And the first place Stompers come in at a 27-11 record, taking on the 9-32 Stockade, who are just itching to get one more in the W column and get to double-digit wins here on the 2019 season. And in the way of them and their 10th win, right-hander Connor Arnold coming in after a splendid month of June, 0-3 in 3 starts here in the month of July. He'll be making his 8th start. 4-3 overall with a 4.82 ERA, 37 1/3 innings. He's allowed 28 runs, 20 earned. 33 hits against him, and the strikeout to walk ratio 39-21. The 6'2 right-hander from Palmdale, California. And here's a lineup he'll face, put out by player manager Chuck Rocker. Leading off in center field tonight, it'll be Justin Bird. Omar Artson will bat second and play second, with Louis Martini hitting third at short. Cody Bishop in the cleanup spot here tonight in left field. Zane Gelfman will bat fifth and play third base. Jacob Wooler, the designated hitter, will hit sixth, followed by the first baseman, Cosimo Canella. Nick Krause will do the catching and bat eighth, with Chuck Rocker in right field batting ninth against Connor Arnold, who does not have a record against Salina this year. A 2.53 ERA, 10 2/3 innings pitched against the Stockade, and he will face the red-hot Justin Bird to lead off the game. We've seen Bird multiple times here in the 2019 season lead off the game with a home run, not only against the Stompers, but he did it again last night in San Rafael. Salina led that game late, and then San Rafael took over, won that ball game 6-3 to hand Salina their 11th straight loss. Connor Arnold deals, and that fastball misses down low, 6-0-8. First pitch, and it's 80 degrees here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field, and just a little tiny bit of white clouds painted in the sky, and it's a warm night here tonight as Arnold delivers on 1 ball and no strikes, and Bird swings through a fastball tailing away, and the count evens at 1-1. Bird, Artson, Martini, Bishop, Gelfman, Wooler, Canella, Krause, and Rocker for the Stockade tonight against Connor Arnold in his 8th start. He works out of the windup, just underway in the top of the first inning, and Bird squares around, bunts it left side, charging his Quitzer. He will throw on the run, and it is in time to get Justin Bird. Nice running play by Chris Quitzer over at third base, and a good stretch by Gillespie on the back end to record the first out, and that's how we get underway here tonight. So no show of early power from Justin Bird. Instead, he tries to play a little bit of small ball, and it doesn't pay off. Defensively for the Stompers here tonight, DeAngelis will play left with Hubbard in center and Williams in right. Chris Quitzer, who made that play over at third base. Then Romero, Gata, Gillespie around the infield. And Daniel Molinari behind the plate doing the catching, with Bronson Butcher getting the night off. Omar Artson stands in, and he lines it over the head of Gata into right center field for a base hit. First hit of the game against Arnold. He'll now have to work from the stretch against the solid shortstop for Salina, Louis Martini. Martini's done just about all of it. He plays a tremendous shortstop, hitting at .275. He's homered 8 times and driven in 29. Above average at pretty much everything Martini does. He'll hit with a man at first and 1 out. We're just underway in the top of the first inning. The Bird ground out and the Artson single. 4 pitches into the game. Artson leads from first. Gillespie holds him on. Arnold works from the stretch. He's at the belt. First pitch to Louis Martini, misses high and in with a fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Around the league tonight, the Vallejo Admirals will host the San Rafael Pacifics over at Wilson Park. That game's scheduled to start in about 25 minutes. Napa gets the night off, and Martini hits it on the ground. The third Quitzer up with it. He'll go to second. It pulls Gata off the bag, able to keep his foot on, and they get him at first. A 5-4-3 double play. Martini was busting it down the line. The throw from Quitzer pulled Gata toward the first base bag. He was able to keep the foot on and get rid of it in enough time to get Martini at first. 5-4-3 and the Stockade go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Gotta, Hubbard, Quitzer, and the rest of the Stomper lineup. Stompers coming up when we return right here on Sonoma TV and on the Stompers Radio Network. Bottom of the first inning, Stompers coming to bat against right-hander Phil Rowland, the 6'1", 225-pound right-hander from Valencia, California. Started the season over in San Rafael. He's come over to Salina where he's made 2 starts so far. Didn't make any with the Pacifics. And here's the lineup he'll face, put out by manager Zach Payson, brought to you by Sotheby's International Realty. Nick Gatta will lead things off at second base, and Dondre Hubbard, in a massive slump as of late, will bat second in center field. Chris Quitzer bats third, plays third with Brent Gillespie, the cleanup man, over at first base. Miles Williams is in right field batting fifth, with Rob DeAngelis in left hitting sixth. The designated hitter tonight, Jacob Barfield, will bat in the seventh spot, with Daniel Molinari doing the catching and hitting eighth. And then Rayson Romero at shortstop will round out the lineup. So for Rowland, since coming over to Salina, he'll be making his third start tonight, 0-1 with just a 2 ERA. 9 innings, only 2 earned runs in those 9 innings. 6 hits allowed, 11 strikeouts, and 6 walks. So Rowland is having a good couple of starts since coming over from San Rafael to the Stockade, and lifetime ERA over 14. But pretty good here in the 2019 season. A sub-5 ERA with San Rafael, and now a ERA right at 2. He'll face Nick Gatta, the toughest guy in the league to get out, and Rowland delivers high and away for ball one. Gatta's 50 walks, the best in the league, leading him to a .558 on-base percentage. Left-handed batter, with Rowland working from the third base side of the rubber, and the 1-0 pitch is swung on and flied out of play off to the left. Gatta, Hubbard, Quitzer, and the man on deck, boy, Dondre Hubbard, would he like to get things rolling? Still leads the league in home runs and RBIs, and really in the biggest slump that we've seen this year as of late. And here's Rowland's 1-1 pitch, and that misses low to Nick Gatta. We'll talk more about Hubbard when he comes up and the struggles he's had as of late. Don't worry, we're not leaving you hanging on that. Don't expect you to know that he's 0 for his last 11, but he is coming in. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Nick Gatta from Rowland. He lines it into center field. Diving is Bird. He can't make the catch. Gatta has a leadoff single here to open the bottom of the first. And over the last 10 days or so with that line drive just to the right center field side of the second base bag. That's the farthest we've seen Nick Gotta pull a ball in about the last 10 days. If you look at his spray chart, a lot of balls being hit the other way. He stayed inside of that one and drove it to center field. So here's Hubbard, who's 0 for his last 11 coming in. Took an 0 for 5 on Tuesday night against Napa. Still fourth in the league with a .367 batting average, and of course the slugging numbers speak for themselves with 14 bombs and 48 runs batted in. Gotta leads from first. Roland's first pitch out of the stretch of the night, and that's on the outside corner for strike one. Gotta has now reached in 35 of 36 games, and he's hit safely in 25 of those 36 games. Dondre Hubbard, right-handed batter on 0-1, chases a curveball, tops it foul up first. We've seen a lot of that out of Hubbard in this 0 for 11 slump. Chasing breaking balls early in the count and really getting himself behind in the count. Guys aren't pouring in strikes or fooling him with breaking balls. He's getting himself into those tougher situations as a hitter, and now the 0-2. He lays off a curveball from Roland. The count moves to 1-2 strikes. Even there, it was a curveball that started on the outside corner. It was really never going to be a strike, and Hubbard started the hands. He was able to hold back. One and two, Roland set. Here's the pitch. And Hubbard chases a breaking ball way out of the strike zone, and he's out number one. Dondre Hubbard, the first strikeout of the night for Phil Roland, and he's now 0 for his last 12. Here's Chris Quitzer. But Quitzer has been hot. 308, 5 home runs, 30 driven in. He's having another solid season. The kid from Buffalo, New York. Played at the University of Buffalo in their last year of existence there, the baseball program. Here's the first pitch from Roland, and that's called a strike by Gary Reichelmeyer. Right on the outside corner, 0-1. Reichelmeyer behind the plate with Ron Adams in the field tonight. Left side of the infield, pulled over just a little bit. Not anything dramatic. There goes Gotta. The 1-0 pitch is rolled on the ground to second. Artson picks it up and throws Quitzer out at first. So Gotta was off and running. Quitzer does hit the grounder to second, but with Gotta running, he's able to stay out of the double play. Here's Brent Gillespie, and the Stompers have their first at bat with a man in scoring position tonight here in the bottom of the first. A spot in last game against Napa in that close 4-3 loss. They were 1 for 11, and they left 15 men on base. That was really the story on Tuesday night. And what really was a terrifically played baseball game all the way around, just a great game to be a fan to watch, and Gillespie swings through a first-pitch fastball. He had late drama, a home run off the setup man who hadn't allowed an earned run in about a month. Of course, Montelongo's home run, that was off of Connor Leadholm. Stompers just in that one, unfortunately, came out on the losing end. Now the 0-1, and Gillespie hits it in the air to right center field. Moving over is Rocker, and that'll split the gap. Gillespie cruises into second, a two-run, or an RBI double, only if it were a two-run double. He has a two-out double, and just like that, the Stompers lead 1-0. Gillespie's 14th RBI of the season brings home Gotta. There was a question there for a moment if Gillespie was going to get to second. Bird went over to cut it off in the gap. He slid, did a nice job, but it just hit off his glove. A strong throw in, offline. So Gillespie into second with a double. Stompers lead 1-0 early. Seems like a spot that they haven't been in a long time. Trailing ball games early and often as of late. Here's Miles Williams, and he takes a curveball that misses down below the knees. So Gillespie continues to hit the ball well, and in big spots too. He's 7 for 18 with men in scoring position this year now, and that breaking ball's in the dirt, squirts straight up into the air, and Krause can't find it. Now he does. Gillespie over to third on a wild pitch from Phil Rowland. And Williams now ahead in the count 2-0. So now a mistake from Rowland could bring in the second run in the inning. Gillespie easily up to third. It skipped right in front of home plate. Krause tried to backhand it. It went straight up into the air and was up there for about 2 seconds, and Krause was looking for it on the ground as if, where did it go? And then he heard it bounce, and by that time, Gillespie was already at third. So Rowland now out of the windup, delivers on 2-0 down low. 3 balls and no strikes to Miles Williams. Gotta doing what he does, getting on base for the big bats in the lineup, and it's paid off here tonight. The 3-0 pitch, and Williams takes high. A 4-pitch walk to Miles Williams. And here comes Rob DeAngelis. So Rowland a strikeout and a walk already here in this first inning, and the Stompers have him at the corner. So after going 1 for 11 with a man in scoring position on Tuesday night, Stompers have one opportunity so far tonight, and Gillespie has made the most of it. Now Connor Arnold can go back out and know that he has at least a 1-run lead. DeAngelis would like to add on to that one here. Hitting at 264. Williams, after that walk, has now reached an 18 straight. DeAngelis, left-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch from Rowland, and he rolls it foul up the first baseline, and the count is 0-1. Gillespie RBI double, then a 4-pitch walk to Williams, and now Rowland is ahead of DeAngelis, 0-1, hitting at 264. He's also reached in 24 straight. So the 5-6 spots of this lineup being productive over the last almost month or so. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and DeAngelis chases a changeup. It's a great pitch from Phil Rowland on 0-1. If he takes it, good for him, but if he doesn't, starts at that low outside corner to the left-hander, and then right when you're halfway through your swing and you've decided, yes, I'm going to swing, the bottom just falls right out of it. Rowland way ahead 0-2 on DeAngelis, having to protect. Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball high. DeAngelis at 264 celebrated a birthday on Tuesday night. Parents flew in that morning, and they're still here. And we're glad that they're enjoying Stomper baseball, as we hope that you are too here on this Thursday night. Stompers leading at 1-0, the 1-2, and DeAngelis rolls it on the ground to first. It's a foot race for DeAngelis and Rowland. The flip is late. Gillespie will score. Williams goes to third. The Stompers lead 2-0. An RBI single for Rob DeAngelis. So it was in between the first and second baseman. Canella went over to field it. Artson was the one that got to it. It was out of the reach of Cosimo Canella. And then it became a foot race between Rob DeAngelis and the pitcher, Phil Rowland. DeAngelis won it, and the throw was over the head of Rowland. So the Stompers have him at the corners with 2 out for Jacob Barfield. Barfield, the DH in tonight's game, has him at the corners. Williams goes to third base on the high throw from Omar Artson, and Jacob Barfield takes strike one on the outside corner. So DeAngelis just hit it in the perfect spot between first and second. 0-1 the count. 2-0 Stompers lead, and they have him at the corners again. Here's the 0-1. There goes the runner. The pitch is taken outside, throw down to second. Not in time. DeAngelis has it stolen. 10th stolen base of the season for Rob DeAngelis. Now they're at second and third with 2 out and a 1-1 count to Jacob Barfield. So far here in this first inning, 2 for 2 with men in scoring position. Williams is at third, DeAngelis at second, and all of this coming with 2 out. Barfield, the right-handed hitter, here's the 1-1, and he takes high. Stompers, after the tough loss to Napa on Tuesday night, jumping on Salina here in the first, with Phil Rowland, who's really been great for the Stockade in 2 starts so far. Barfield rests the bat on the shoulder now, lifts it up. He awaits the 2-1, and here it comes. Swing and a miss. Through the fastball, Barfield a little bit late. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Barfield with 2 on and 2 out. Base hit potentially could bring home a pair with DeAngelis at second, who runs well. A lot of room in right center. Rocker playing a straight-up right field, which you don't see many right fielders do here with the dimensions at 311 feet down the right field line and 345 to right center. You'll see even Miles Williams here, who's very familiar with the dimensions and the field in itself. He'll play about 80 to 90 feet off the right field line. Here's the 2-2. Barfield pops it out of play to stay alive. Already 3 hits in the inning, an error, allowing Williams to go to third. A wild pitch, but we've had just about everything here in this first inning. A walk, a strikeout, a stolen base. Here's the 2-2 from Roland. Barfield tops it into the air, over toward first. Cannella with his heels on the outfield grass. He'll make the catch. That ends the inning. The Stompers score twice on RBI hits from Gillespie and DeAngelis. We're through 1. Stompers lead 2-0.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Stompers lead this one 2-0. We go to the second inning. RBI double from Brent Gillespie and an RBI single from Rob DeAngelis, driving a pair of run in the first, and they lead the Stockade early here tonight. And just what Connor Arnold wanted after a 6-pitch first inning was a couple of runs. And now he'll face the middle third of the lineup: Cody Bushup, Zane Gelfman, and Jacob Wooler. Arnold did give up a hit in that first inning, but got help from a 5-4-3 double play. Bishop, the left-handed hitter, against Connor Arnold, the kid from Palmdale. Here's his first pitch of the second inning, and that is low with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. A fastball, slider, and the changeup from Connor Arnold. You'll see the changeup more to the lefties than you will the right-handed hitters. Very hard fastball, and the slider comes in hard as well. Here's his 1-0, and that's dotted on the outside corner, 1-1. Fastball low 90s for Arnold, and the slider mid 80s. Does get a lot of movement on it. Here's his 1-1 to Bishop, and he rolls it on the ground to first. Gillespie behind the bag, picks it, and flips to Arnold for the first out of the inning. Brent Gillespie got an in-between hop, Had to backpedal behind the bag, just stick the glove down. He got it right in the palm. And a good feed to Connor Arnold retires Bishop to open the second. So here's Gelfman, the third baseman, batting at .265 with 11 home runs and 23 runs batted in. So Gillespie with a nice play behind the bag over at first. Keeping Arnold in the windup here in the second. Taking a while to get the sign from Molinari. Now he does. He deals a first pitch to Gelfman, and that is softly hit foul up the third baseline. 0-1 the count. Salina on an 11-game skid. That's the longest this year, winning or losing streak, really, by any team. Stompers who have won 6 of their last 10. 18-5 record here at home. The 0-1 from Arnold is high and in on Gelfman. That backs him out of the way. First 20 games of the season here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field, 17-3. 1-2 in their last 3 games here at home are the Stompers. Best home record at 18-5, and now the 1-1 pitch to Gelfman is low. Good spot from Connor Arnold to miss, a little bit below the knees. 2-1 the count. Hubbard playing over toward the pull side gap for Gelfman in left center field, with a slight wind blowing in over the center field wall, 435 feet away. Now the 2-1, and Gelfman takes a slider on the outside corner, lettered high, and it's 2-2. Gelfman, the third baseman, right behind Dondre Hubbard with 11 home runs. Now Hubbard moves over towards straightaway center. Here comes the 2-2, and it is fouled, and Gelfman got it off the inside of that left ankle. He does wear the protective brace on the left foot and ankle, but sometimes it just doesn't help. He continues to stretch that left foot. If you're Arnold, you have him in a pinch here, a sore left foot. Maybe you break a slider over the middle part of the plate, the inner half of the plate. Have him sitting on a fastball. Just lock him up. He looks into Molinari and now kicks in 2-2. A slider swung on and missed. First strikeout of the night for Connor Arnold, and that was center cut. A lot of movement from Arnold, and I think maybe Gelfman thinking about that left foot on the swing. Selling out, I'm going to sell out for a fastball, and if he throws me anything else, then so be it. 2 gone and nobody on here in the top of the second, with the designated hitter Jacob Wooler coming to the plate. Batting at .269, Arnold's first pitch to him, a fastball, misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Wooler, who has not hit a home run this year, he's driven in 14. Connors 1-0. Wooler tops it at the plate, foul. 2.5 ERA against Salina this year for Arnold in 10 2/3. 3 runs earned coming in, 9 strikeouts, 8 walks, and he's allowed 3 home runs in those 10 2/3. That was coming into the game, not including the first inning and up until this point. The 1-1 is shot foul off to the left. Arnold, who has lost his last 3 decisions. Last one was against the Napa Silverados on the 18th of July, where he lasted just 4 1/3. Last start against Salina lasted just 4 2/3. Got the loss in both of those. So looking for his first win since June tonight. Here's his 1-2 to Wooler, and that shot to left coming on DeAngelis, and he'll make a running catch headed toward the line. 1-2-3, second inning for Connor Arnold. We'll go to the home half. 8-9-1, Molinari, Romero, and Gata for the Stompers.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Daniel Molinari leads us off in the home half of the second inning. Stompers up 2-0 here tonight. It is first responder night. Of course, the rest of this weekend, promotional nights here at the ballpark as well. The Sonoma County Sheriff is in the house tonight. They threw out the first pitch. And a strike, mind you. Those guys can throw, that's for sure. Molinari stands in against Phil Rowland, who threw 26 pitches in that first inning. His first pitch of the second. It's a little bit high on Molinari on the outside corner. Called a ball by Gary Reichelmeyer, and the count is 1-0. Molinari, Romero, and Gata. Rowland's 1-0 pitch is outside and low. Romero, who's on deck, has had an interesting 2019 season. You look at the numbers and you go, I don't know. He's hitting 164, but the dude's on base almost half the time. And that is just crazy. Look at the runs scored for Romero as Molinari takes inside 3-0. Look at the runs scored and the at-bats that he's had and the tremendous defense that he plays. What did Billy Bean say? Does he get on base? Romero does. Here's the 3-0. Molinari takes high and a 4-pitch walk opens the bottom of the second. Does he get on base? Molinari did. Romero does with a .404 on base percentage. He'll bat with Molinari at first and nobody out. 26 walks for Romero in 67 at-bats. And anytime the walk numbers are higher than the strikeout numbers, you can say usually that guy is pretty productive. Romero, the right-handed hitting shortstop, squares around and he takes high. So 5 straight balls to open the inning out of Phil Rowland. That pitch was number 31. And if the Stompers can get to the Salina bullpen tonight early, that'd be one way to kick off this Thursday night. Romero takes high 2-0. Now here comes Ben Herrick out of the dugout, the pitching coach for Salina. Well, we mentioned tonight is First Responder Night. Tomorrow is Health and Wellness Night. Come out to the ballpark and bring your school supplies for a back-to-school drive to benefit those in need. That will be tomorrow night at 6:05 against the Vallejo Admirals. And then on Saturday night, Italian Heritage Night. That'll be against the Salina Stockade once again. First pitch at 6:05. So those are always, well, every promotion is really one to come out and see. But those are the ones that we'll have to end the month of July. So if you missed tonight, tomorrow and Saturday, we're back here before going on the road on Sunday. The mound visit is over. Herrick's back in the dugout, and now Roland delivers a 2-0 pitch to Romero that catches the outside corner. Roland set the high set, now the 2-1, and Romero pops it up. Left side of the infield, Gelfman. He's calling for it all alone, and he'll make the catch. Romero's the first out of the inning, and now back to the top of the lineup for Nick Gatta. Gatta with the single and the run scored in the first to get the Stompers on the board. Scored on the Gillespie double. Trying to put Molinari to the races with a hit here in the second against Roland. And Gatta, who went right back up the middle. We mentioned the fact that it was to the pull side of the second base bag, but he didn't pull it whatsoever. Here's the first pitch, and the curveball is outside. Just impressed with the fact that about the last 10 or 15 hits for Gatta have all been the other way. Even his home run. To left, two of them. 2 of the 3. The 1-0 is shot through the left side for a base hit. Gatta goes the other way again. Through the 5-6 hole. He's red hot. Tuesday night, Gatta 3 for 4 with a home run. And he walked in that game, mind you. Here's Dondre Hubbard. There's a lot of weight on the shoulders of Dondre Hubbard right now, I think. For his last dozen. He knows. I promise. Roland having trouble finding the strike zone, and when he does, his Stompers have hit him around. Hubbard just has to be real patient here in the second. The first pitch, a breaking ball swung on and missed. Hubbard pressing mightily here in his first 2 at-bats of the game. Swinging at breaking balls. He's seen 5 pitches, 4 curveballs, none in the strike zone. He's trying to erase that 0 for 12 from his mind and just be able to take a deep breath. And now the 0-1, Roland goes back to the curveball. Why not? Hubbard takes this time. 1-1. That's a good in-at-bat adjustment right there from Dondre Hubbard. And he's got to know that Roland's probably going to come back with the curveball throughout the whole at-bat, a majority of the upcoming pitches. Here's the 1-1, and the fastball is shot down the right field line, slicing foul. Hubbard missed at least a single by about 6 or 7 feet. But once again, finds himself in a hole 1-2. Having to protect, and Roland, who's stayed with the heavy dose of curveballs to Dondre Hubbard, did try to sneak a fastball by him that time, and Hubbard was late. He was sitting on a curveball. Probably sitting on one here. Roland set. He delivers. In the dirt. That skips by Kraus. Everybody moves up 90 feet on the wild pitch. And with a breaking ball again, spiked in the dirt. 2-2 the count. And now a base hit likely scores 2. We saw Dondre Hubbard when he was really staying inside the baseball well. Shooting balls to center field. Didn't matter where in the strike zone they were, where off the bat he got it. Shooting balls in the center field. And he'd like to do that here, just shorten up. Put a good swing on a 2-2 pitch from Roland. Here it comes. Breaking ball into center field. That's a base hit. Molinari scores. Gata will stop at third, and Dondre Hubbard has an RBI single. It's 3-0. Got a pitch to hit there. Right up the middle for Hubbard. His first hit in his last 13 at-bats. Stompers putting the runners in scoring position conversation to bed here early on. They're 3 for 4. Here's Chris Quitzer. That RBI for Hubbard, his 49th. He almost has as many RBIs now as Gata has walks. It's a terrible comparison, but the two prolific in each category. Runners at the corners, one out. Roland's first pitch, and Quitzer takes way outside. A fastball from Roland, 1 ball and no strikes. But Quitzer could really make it hurt here in the second. Left-handed batter. Gata's at third. Hubbard over at first. Roland's 1-0 pitch. Outside again, 2-0. They've started over in Vallejo. The Admirals and the Pacifics, and San Rafael has a 1-0 lead in the top of the first. Here's the 2-0 to Quitzer, and he takes high and away. Brent Gillespie's on deck. He's already driven in a run. Quitzer 0 for 1 with a ground out. Likely taking on 3-0. Here's the pitch, and he takes right down the middle. Oh, Quitzer looking down, taking all the way on 3-0 after a guy who's had trouble finding the zone. And then you're thinking, oh, man, that's probably the best pitch I'll see this at bat and maybe even the whole night. Quitzer ready on 3-1. They're at the corners. Here's the pitch. Hubbard goes. He fouls it into the glove, in and out of the glove of Nick Krause, and now the count is full. Hubbard was taken off. See if he goes again on this upcoming 3-2 pitch. Hubbard, pretty fast. He has 6 stolen bases. This team they do not run. 46 stolen bases in 38 games. 47 if you include DeAngelis' stolen base from earlier in the ball game. Cannella holds him on. Rolling set. Here's the payoff. He does go, and it's right back up the middle. Martini snares it, steps on the bag, and throws to first for the 6-3 double play. Well, Quitzer was helped by Gata in the first inning, staying out of a double play. And now with Martini covering the second base bag for the throw, the ball was hit right at him, and Quitzer grounds in to a double play. The Stompers score once on the Hubbard RBI single to center and lead it 3-0.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Cosimo Canella will lead it off for Salina here in the top of the third inning with the Stompers leading it 3-0. And Connor Arnold will throw his 20th pitch of the night to open this third, and that is inside and low to Canella. 1 ball and no strikes. So early offense here. Early offense in Vallejo with San Rafael leading that game 1-0. Stompers, who now just have a 3-game lead in the Pacific Association tonight, game number 39 of 64. Arnold's 1-0 pitch to Canella is rolled foul over toward the Salina dugout. The count evens up at 1-1. The Stompers, though, 6-2 this season against this Stockade team. The 2 losses, well, opening night, we all remember that one. And then, of course, the 4th of July. The 2 nights that, if you're a fan coming to the game, opening night, okay, it's opening night 2019, here we go. And then the 4th of July with the fireworks preceding the game. Both times, Salina came in and left with the win, and now the curveball is punched foul. Out of play down the right field line. It's 1-2. I think if you could pick 2 nights to lose, those probably wouldn't be the 2. Pick any other 2 nights, maybe. Although, when do you pick to lose? Never. But 64 games, you're bound to. Canella, the first baseman. 7-8-9 here in the third. The 1-2 slider got him. Second strikeout of the game for Arnold. That brings up Nick Krause. Krause has been the best hitter for Salina since coming over from Vallejo. He's hitting at .324. He'll have a tall task against Arnold. With nobody on and 1 out. Arnold fires and Krause takes outside and low. What we saw from Arnold the first month of the season was just him in a tremendous rhythm. Arnold is a guy that moves the body a lot throughout his windup as he lifts the leg and turns the back toward the hitter. Now fires, and the 1-0 is rolled on the ground to short. Romero rounds it, and he boots it. An error by Rayson Romero over at short. That gives Salina a base runner here in the third for Chuck Rocker. So Arnold, who would mix up the timing the first month of the season, he would take that big delayed turn before he threw to home plate. And then every once in a while he would mix in the quick pitch, the slide step out of the windup, really. No leg lift at all, just a start of the motion and then the lean toward home plate before he threw. We haven't really seen that in his last 3 starts, and he deals strike 1 to Chuck Rocker at the knees with a fastball. I don't know if that's a comfort thing for Arnold. I think if you're comfortable on the mound, you can pretty much do whatever you want. His 0-1 delivery to Rocker is on the outside corner. Strike 2, says Reichelmeyer. Rocker started the swing, held up, thought it was a ball. It was not. So we haven't seen that quick pitch from Arnold. And, well, if you're thinking it's a comfort thing, he's 0-3 in his last 3 starts, so that could probably be why. Here's the 0-2, and that's punched into the air to right, and Miles Williams misread it. It's over his head and to the wall. Throw goes into second base. Rocker has a double. And they're at second and third with 1 out. It goes down as a double. And really a mental error in right field by Miles Williams. Rocker threw the hands out, got the bat on the 0-2 slider. Williams thought it was hit pretty softly. He charged in and then went, uh-oh, over his head and all the way to the wall. Poor read off the bat. And now Salina has him at second and third with less than 2 outs, and Justin Bird, who's homered 11 times. Infield playing back. Bird grounded to Chris Quitzer his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch from Connor Arnold is fly down the left field line and out of play. First extra base hit of the night for Salina at rocker double. Bird's driven in, or hit 11 home runs. He's driven in 24. Arnold's nothing in one pitch, and Bird hits it out of play off to the left-hand side once again. Arnold, who has 2 strikeouts in the ball game, looking for a third here in a strikeout situation. Second and third and 1 out. The man on deck, Omar Artson, had the first hit of the game. Krause at third, Rocker at second. Arnold way ahead in the count, 0-2. Maybe elevate something here to Bird, but if you're going to do that, make sure you get it way up and out. Bird steps out. You don't want to throw a high fastball to Bird and leave it letter high. He'll tie this thing up. 3-0 Stompers, top of the third inning. Arnold set on 0-2. He looks in. Molinari sets up. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and the fastball is way outside. One and two the count. And the left-handed hitting Justin Bird. Hubbard over toward left center field. Williams in the gap in right center. Here's the 1-2 from Arnold. On the ground, right side. That's through for a base hit. Krause will score. Rocker around third. He will score without a throw. A 2-run single for Justin Bird, and it's now just a 1-run game, 3-2. RBIs number 25 and 26 of the season for Bird. And after a comfortable 3-0 lead, it's now just 3-2. And Arnold will have to face Omar Artson with Bird at first and 1 out. Here's the first pitch, and Artson squares around and bunts it straight down for strike 1. So 1 error charged in the inning to Rayson Romero, but you could say that a mental error, a mental lapse by Williams and Wright, just did not read it off the bat. It was a can of corn fly ball, and just the sun, it was hit right at him. Maybe the sun, maybe the read off the bat. Didn't think Rocker got very much of it, but he backspun it right over his head, leading to 2 runs here in the third. Here's the 0-1, and Artson takes outside. So 3 runs for the Stompers, 2 for Salina. Arnson at the plate. He singled back in the first inning. Long pause for Arnold on the hill. Now the 1-1, and that's way inside. It almost knocks Arnson off of his feet. 2 balls and a strike. Hubbard way over toward the right center gap and in. I mean, he's nowhere close to straightaway center field. That leaves the left center field gap wide open. Arnold's 1-2. The runner goes. The pitch is fouled away. Arnold, who has 2 strikeouts in the game, has Bird at first, 1 out, and a spin and a throw over. Two and two the count, a 1-run game. Arnold set. Now a nice, easy toss over to first, and Bird is back easily. Arnold, who was cruising through this game, working quickly until that rocker double. Since then, he's really slowed the pace. Now a 2-2, and Artson chases. Third strikeout for Connor Arnold. That brings up Lewis Martini. Martini grounded into a 5-4-3 double play to end the top of the first. He'll bat with 2 out and a man at first base here in the top of the third. Hubbard back to straightaway center. Gada's playing up toward the middle at second. Here comes Arnold's first pitch, and a slider is high. One and 0 the count. 19 and a half games separate these two teams from top to bottom. Runner goes on the 1-0 pitch, and that is thrown into center field by Molinari. So a stolen base for Bird. He goes to third on the error. 2 errors in the inning for the Stompers, and now the equalizing run just 90 feet away. Two balls, no strikes, the count on Martini. Bird goes from first to third base. There's the 2-0 pitch. That's high and tight. 3 balls on Martini. No strikes with 2 out. Martini, who has home run power. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Arnold. It's right down the middle for strike 1. We've seen Martini leave the yard here this year. He has 8. He's driven in 29. Arnold out of the stretch on 3-1. Fastball on the outside corner, and he's worked the count from 3-0 to 3-2. The kid out of Cal State San Bernardino trying to get through this third inning, just allowing the 2 runs. So far, just 1 earned, and now time is called. Martini steps out, readjusts the batting gloves. Now climbs back in a 3-2 count. Cody Bishop on deck. Arnold at the belt. Here comes the payoff pitch. That's low, ball 4. Arnold, who started to walk toward the Stomper dugout, thought he had strike 3. And that's the first walk issued by Connor Arnold in the ballgame. So here's Cody Bishop with runners at the corners, and now Mike Nunez comes out of the dugout, and Connor does not like the looks of that. Turns the head and walks off the mound. And after throwing just 19 pitches in the first 2 innings, Arnold has given up 2 hits, a walk. He struck out 2 here in the third, and a couple of errors by the Stompers. Salina has him at the corners with 2 out, and Bishop, who grounded to first, his first time up. Arnold, who's been limited innings in his last 2 starts, given the pitch count. He had a tremendous pitch count through the first 2. And really trying to get back into that group that he was in the first 2 innings here after this visit from Mike Nunez. Nuni will walk off the mound and go back to the Stomper dugout. Molinari and Reichel Meyer back behind home plate. And Cody Bishop will stand in with 2 on and 2 out. 3-2 game in the third. Arnold now tasked with trying to just hold the lead. He works from the stretch. First pitch to Cody Bishop is off the outside corner for ball 1. Bird leads from third base, Martini from first. 1-0 the count. Wind blowing from right to left, the 1-0 pitch. It's high and away, 2-0. Arnold laboring here in this top of the third inning, now starts to work quickly long pause from the right-hander, the 2-0. Bishop swings through the fastball, 2-1. Gelfman's on deck. Salina has him at the corners. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Arnold. Bishop fouls it back to the screen, and now it's 2-2. Arnold in his 8th start, he's gotten a decision in every start so far. Two balls, two strikes. 2 on and 2 out, and Arnold just one pitch away. Here it comes to Cody Bishop. The runner goes, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Arnold strikes out the side here in the third. He does allow 2 runs, one of them earned, and the Stompers have a 3-2 lead going into the bottom of the third. It'll be Brent Gillespie, Miles Williams, and Rob DeAngelis when we come back on Sonoma TV and on the Stompers Radio Network.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Brent Gillespie leads us off. We're in the bottom of the third inning, and now just a one-run game, 3-2. A 2-run single by Justin Bird has brought Salina back into the game, and Gillespie leads things off against Phil Rowland. His first pitch is outside for ball 1. So for Arnold, 29 pitches in the third inning, more than his first 2 innings combined. Pitch count still favorable for the right-hander, and still able to go deep in this game if he's able to settle down, and Gillespie takes outside ball 2. Rowland just threw his 49th pitch to Gillespie for ball 2. He drove in a run with a double back in the first. Rowland's 2-0. Gillespie lines it into right center field. That's down for a base hit, and Rocker didn't even see it. Bird over to cut it off, and Gillespie, after a big turn around first, he's back into first base safely after a throw behind. Boy, off the bat, Chuck Rocker didn't even see it in right. So that leads us to believe that the play earlier in the game where Miles Williams got a poor read off the bat, that was the case too. Williams is at the plate. He walked in the first inning. So Gillespie a 2-hit night already. His 7th multi-hit game of the season, and Miles Williams takes outside and low, ball 1. Williams walked on 4 pitches. He hasn't seen a strike yet tonight from Roland. Gillespie a short lead at first, now the 1-0, and Miles takes low 2-0. Bird had to go way over to the right center field gap to cut that thing off and keep Gillespie from having his second double of the game. Gillespie doesn't run that well. He legged out the first one. Thought about it and then thought better of it as he retreated to first. 2-0 the count with nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. 3-2 our score. Stompers lead it. There's the 2-0 pitch. And Williams in 2 at-bats has seen 7 balls. He's ahead in the count 3-0. Sitting on 1 pitch here, if anything, for Williams as he rests the bat on the shoulder. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and he watches a fastball come right down the middle. 3 balls and a strike. It was very warm when we started. Not that it's not warm anymore, it is, but a breeze has cooled things down, and Williams takes ball 4, low and away, a fastball from Roland. Williams has come up twice tonight. He has walked twice. And now Rob DeAngelis comes up. DeAngelis drove in a run on a single in the first inning. Part of that 2-run first for the Stompers. After that single, that up to DeAngelis' on-base streak to 25 games. Now he bats with Gillespie at second, Williams at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. And the Stompers trying to tack on a couple of more after allowing 2 in the top half. Here's the first pitch from Roland, and DeAngelis hits it in the air well, left center field. On the run is Bishop. He looks up, and it's off the wall. Gillespie around third. The throw goes into second base. That gets away from Artson, but Gillespie scores easily, an RBI single by Rob DeAngelis off the left center field wall, and it's 4-2. DeAngelis has a 2-hit night, scoring Gillespie from second. Well, that thing slammed off the wall, and Bird threw into second base immediately. DeAngelis, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. And he has another multi-hit game, his 9th of the season. Here's Jacob Barfield. Barfield, the DH here tonight. He popped up to Canella at first base his first time up, and now he takes a breaking ball high and away. 1-0 the count, so the Stompers trying to answer the 2 runs in the top half. 2 errors in the top half of the inning, but one of the 2 runs to Arnold were earned. 4-2 our score now. Roland's 1-0 pitch. Barfield takes high and in. So the offense tonight off to an early and productive start, aiding Connor Arnold, looking for his first win since the month of June. Rolling a long look to Barfield. Now looks to second and fires on 2-0, and Barfield takes at the knees, called a strike. Two and 1 the count on Barfield, who's homered 10 times and driven in 23. Williams at second with average speed. DeAngelis at first, runs well. Roland's 2-1 delivery, and Barfield takes outside 3-1. So with men in scoring position tonight already in the first 3 innings, Stompers are 4 for 6 with a walk already. Barfield sits ahead in the count, 3-1 on Roland. Right-hander at the chest, now the 3-1 pitch, and Barfield lines it into left field for a base hit. Top spinner falls in front of Bishop. They hold Williams at third. Barfield has his first hit of the night, and the Stompers have him loaded with nobody out for Daniel Molinari, and now Ben Herrick back out of the dugout. He's Salina pitching coach. Stockade have somebody up and stretching in the bullpen, not throwing just yet. So a long, slow walk for Herrick out to the mound. And a right-hander will begin to throw for the Stockade. A long meeting on the mound, so the inning started with the Gillespie single to right center field, then Williams walked. DeAngelis drove in Gillespie with a single off the left center field wall, a long single. And then Jacob Barfield, the top spin liner into left. And that's where we stand, bases loaded, nobody out. And the Stompers on top 4-2 here in the bottom of the third inning. Mound visit has concluded. Everybody back to their positions. And up steps Daniel Molinari. Molinari, who's driven in 7, does have a home run, hitting below 270. Molinari this year making just his 11th start behind the plate. Tonight, game 39. Even though Molinari hitting at 268, he is 6 for 11. A small sample size with men in scoring position, but he's been productive, hitting over 500. He walked and scored in the second inning. Face rolling for the second time here, working out of the windup, taking a long, slow windup, and his first pitch is outside. Miles Williams over at third base took a heavy step toward home plate as if he were going to try and go and roll and started that windup motion. We saw Jacob Barfield steal home earlier this season, but a left-hander was on the mound, and he was working out of the stretch. Rolling the right-hander here out of the windup. Williams with a walking lead at third. Here comes the 1-0 to Molinari, and that is taken for strike one at the knees. Last start for Roland, he went 6 innings, allowed 3 runs, 1 earned on just 5 hits, and he struck out 9 and walked 2 in a loss to Napa. Back when Napa won 7 in a row at one point. Just found a way to win. And that's the only loss for Roland this year. Here's the 1-1, and that slider is high and away. Daniel Molinari, the kid from Redwood City. Comes to the Stompers this year after a very productive 2018 season in the Pecos League where he hit over 400. The 2-1 pitch from Roland to Molinari is high, 3-1. From Redwood City, played in Trinidad last year, played collegiately in Gaffney, South Carolina at Limestone College. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. Stompers have the bases jammed, nobody out. Roland deals, and Molinari swings through a high fastball, and the count is full. Williams at third, DeAngelis at second, Barfield over at first. 3-2 the count, Romero on deck. Molinari takes a deep breath now. Climbs back in the batter's box. Roland over the head. Here's the payoff pitch, and that's a broken bat nub or foul up the first baseline. Molinari's bat blows up into a million pieces. He's left with just half of the stick, and he'll need a new one. As he walks over toward the dugout. The Admirals are here tomorrow night. It is Health and Wellness Night at the ballpark at 6:05, and then Italian Heritage Night coming up on Saturday night against the Salina Stockade. They're back in the house again. Won't want to miss those 2 nights here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field before we hit the road on Sunday for a day game to end the week in San Rafael. 3 base hits in the inning, a walk. The big one so far, the DeAngelis single off the left center field wall. Molinari can't decide which bat he wants. He'll doctor it up with some pine tar over in front of the Stomper dugout, now make his way back to home plate. So the little wind that we had blowing in over center and across from right to left has subsided. The count's still full on Daniel Molinari. He'll see his 7th pitch in the at-bat. Still nobody out here in the third. He'll stand back in against right-hander Phil Rowland. He's walked 3, struck out 1. Here he comes on 3-2 to Molinari, and that is inside ball 4. He's walked in a run. It's 5-2. Molinari picks up his 8th run batted into the season. And now here comes Ben Herrick out of the Salina dugout. They had a right-hander warming up. And he'll take the baseball from Phil Rowland. So the Salina starter tonight lasts just 2 innings. We'll have a new pitcher, and we'll have that for you when we come back. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. Jack Gomersall, the new right-hander for Salina, in relief of Phil Rowland out of the bullpen. Gomersall, who wasn't on our roster, we had to go down, and thank you to Lucas and Georgie, your statistician, going down and figuring that one out. Gomersall with an ERA over 7 coming into this game. 27 strikeouts, 31 walks in 34 innings. He'll have the bases loaded and nobody out against Rayson Romero. Here's the first pitch, and that is very, very high. Kraus has to leap out from behind the plate to keep it from going to the backstop, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. So Gomersall comes on in a 5-2 game in the third. The 6-footer out of Falls Church, Virginia. Very tight situation against Romero, who is 0 for 1 with a pop-up. The 1-0 is high to Romero. 2 balls and no strikes. Rayson Romero, he's driven in 6. He does have 2 home runs on the season. Gomersall from the stretch. Here comes the 2-0. High again. 2 walks in the inning already. 3 base hits. Nobody retired. And Romero sitting pretty in a 3-0 count, trying to drive in another run. Molinari drove in his 8th with a walk. Romero trying to drive in his 7th with a walk or a base hit. Here comes the 3-0 from Gomersall. Inside ball 4, a 4-pitch walk out of the bullpen, and it is 6-2. Romero drives in DeAngelis. Back-to-back walks. Here comes Nick Gatta. Nobody in the league wants to face Nick Gatta in this situation with bases loaded and nobody out. Hitting .357, 2 for 2 on the night. He's on base more than half of the time. Toughest out in the league. Probably unanimous. Gomer Saul's first pitch to Gatta. Outside ball 1. Gatta has driven in 20 on 3 home runs. Not all on the home runs, obviously. That'd be something. 3 home runs and 20 RBIs. Only if. They're loaded. Nobody out. Gomer Saul's 1-0 pitch. Gatta takes outside. One thing we haven't seen Gatta do tonight is walk. He has 50 of those. The Stompers have done it 3 times here in this inning. And so far, all 3 runs charged to Roland. And he's hoping that Gomer Saul puts a patch on the bleeding here in the 3rd. 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Gatta takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Gatta just a fantastic hitter. One of the best in the league. And you'll see by the discipline at the plate, the pitches that he takes for balls that are inches off the strike zone. Here comes the 2-1. He shoots it foul. Thought he had a pitch he could hit there. It was a little low. Got it with a great inside-out approach. As mentioned, his last dozen hits, none of them to the pull side. Does a great job staying inside the baseball. Trying to do that here. He's only the 2nd Stomper in the inning to have a 2-strike count, and that 2-2 is low. He's the 7th man to hit. The only other Stomper in the inning who had 2 strikes on him, Daniel Molinari, and he walked. Dondre Hubbard's on deck, and it'll be an interesting at-bat no matter which way you slice it. The count is full. Gatta awaits, and now he'll call time. Gomer Saul taking too long, and Gary Reinkelmeyer dropped his pitch counter. Little device he keeps in his pocket to keep balls and strikes in order. Gatta back in the box. Gomer Saul set on 3-2. Here it comes. And that's a walk. It goes all the way to the screen. The Stompers will just go station to station. 3 walks in a row, and it's 7-2. Three straight RBI walks. Gatta has his league-leading 51st. And now, the big man, Dondre Hubbard, finally broke the 0 for 12 with an RBI single his last time up in the 2nd inning. And now, boy, he could put a hurting on this game right here, right now. Bases loaded, nobody out, in a 7-2 lead. Here's Gomer Saul's first pitch, and the curveball is over the head of Dondre Hubbard. He has to bend at the waist to get out of the way. 14 home runs, 49 runs batted in. He's driven in 1 tonight. The man from Houston, Texas. 1 swing. As he awaits the 1-0. Here it comes. Big swing, and he tops it at the plate. Gomer Saul went with the outside corner there to Hubbard. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hubbard has singled and struck out. Gomersall at the chest, still nobody out. Here's the 1-1, and Hubbard hits it into the air, left center field. That'll split the gap and score 2. Molinarian easily. Romero will score. Got it held at third. Dondre Hubbard, a 2-run double. It's 9-2. Hubbard smoked it to left center, and he's extended the lead to 7. Here comes Chris Quitzer. The book is officially closed on Phil Rowland. Seven runs charged to the right-hander, all earned. Still nobody out, and Chris Quitzer's trying to join the party. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Stompers have scored 6 times, and Quitzer takes high. Everybody who's come to the plate has reached. Single, walk, RBI single, single, RBI walk, RBI walk, RBI walk, 2-run double. Nobody out. Second and third. The 1-0 to Quitzer. Into right center field. That'll fall for a hit. 2 runs are going to score. The throw to the plate is cut off. Quitzer's driven in 2. It is 11-2. And the Stompers have hit around here in the third. Gata scores. Hubbard scores from second. And they will not stop here in the third. Gomersall against Brent Gillespie. The first pitch is taken inside and low. Gillespie led off this inning with a single. 8 Stompers have come around to score. The first 8 in the inning, and now Gillespie takes strike 1, a breaking ball. 9 have come to the plate. 9 have reached on 5 hits and 4 walks. Gomersall on a 1-1 count. Here it comes, and Gillespie rolls it to first. Canella picks it. He'll throw to second for 1. Martini to first. A 3-6-3 double play. And finally, mercifully, a pair of outs here in the third inning. Here's Miles Williams, who walked already this inning and scored. He's walked twice. So no official at bat for Williams in the game tonight. This lead has ballooned to 11-2, and Vallejo has taken a 3-2 lead over San Rafael. Here's the first pitch, and Williams takes a curveball for ball 1 inside. 10 pitches to Williams in the game. He's seen 1 strike. Gomersall still out of the stretch on 1-0, and Williams takes a curveball low and away. Gillespie, after rolling into that 3-6-3 double play, the first time he has been retired tonight. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Not even close. Outside in the left-handed batter's box, 3-0. Is this the offense the Stompers have been looking for over the last week? You bet. Nobody on and 2 out. Williams just looking for 1 pitch here. He got a fastball grooved on 3-0 his last time up. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Gomersall, and that is not even close, ball 4. Williams has walked for the 3rd time in the game. Stompers have walked for the 5th time in the inning. And they'll bring Rob DeAngelis up. Rob trying to keep this thing going with 2 out. The first 8 men who came to the plate reached and scored. Miles leads from first First pitch to Rob DeAngelis, a breaking ball for strike one on the outside corner. Rob, 2 for 2 with a pair of RBI singles. DeAngelis, the left-handed hitter, awaits the 0-1 pitch from Gomersall. Here it comes. He takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Only in the bottom of the third, everybody, and they're in the bottom of the third over in Vallejo, and the Admirals lead the Pacifics now 4-2. And do Stomper fans like the sound of that? San Rafael, who has won 4 straight, and they've narrowed the lead to just 3 games. DeAngelis takes high and away. The lead 5.5 games at one point. Here's the 2-1 pitch to DeAngelis. He hits it in the air to right. Looking up. Rocker, see you later. It's 13-2 on Rob DeAngelis' home run. And they will not stop. Number 5 of the year for DeAngelis. He's already driven in 4 tonight. That Stomper home run brought to you by Epicenter. Make your next family adventure an epic one at Epicenter. A 2-out shot to straightaway right for Rob DeAngelis. And now Phil Rowland lasted just 2. Jack Gomersall lasted 2/3, and we'll have a new pitcher, and we'll have that for you when we come back. New pitcher for the Salina Stockade. This pitching change brought to you by by Sonoma Hills Retirement. That is. Jacob Barfield will face Max Biderowski, appearing in his 17th game with a 6.5 ERA. Biderowski, the third pitcher in the inning. Gomersall goes 2/3, allows 5 runs on 3 hits. He walks 3. So Biderowski out of the stretch. His first pitch to Barfield is outside, ball 1. Jacob Barfield, the 13th Stomper to hit in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Put up 10 runs. Now the 1-0 pitch. Barfield fouls it into the mitt of Krause, and it's 1-1. Barfield trying to join the party. He's already singled and scored this inning. 1 home run. 1. The 2-run shot by Rob DeAngelis, his 5th. There's the 1-1 pitch. Barfield lines a top spinner to left. It falls in front of Bishop. And the Stompers will send a 14th batter to the plate this inning. Daniel Molinari's coming up. He's walked twice, drove in a run on a walk earlier in this inning about an hour and a half ago. Molinari's driven in 8. He's scored twice tonight. Every Stomper has scored except Chris Quinter, and we're only in the bottom of the third. How about that? It's got to be the quickest every Stomper has scored in a game. It's got to be. Unfortunately, we don't have the exact numbers on that one. First pitch to Molinari on the outside corner for strike one, though we may have a record watch tonight. Of course, we're on record watch every night, aren't we? Really? I mean, anything could happen on any given night. Biderowski's set. Here's his 0-1 pitch, and Molinari takes a breaking ball for strike 2. So can Biderowski end this bottom of the third? Hubbard's driven in 3. DeAngelis has driven in 4. And that's just the beginning. The 0-2 pitch from Biderowski to Daniel Molinari. Here it comes, and he takes a slider outside and low. One ball, 2 strikes. Molinari, the right-handed hitter, with Barfield leading from first. After his second hit this inning, here's the 1-2, and Molinari is down on strikes. The Stompers score 10 times in the bottom of the third and lead 13-2.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Top of the 4th inning after a 40-plus minute bottom of the third. Connor Arnold, who got back up and threw off to the side 3 separate times after a long rest, will go back out for the top of the 4th against Zane Gelfman, Jacob Wooler, and Cosimo Canella. Well, he's had plenty of time to forget about the top half of the third inning in which he allowed 2 runs, and when he came off the mound, it was a 1-run game. Well, it's an 11-run game now, and he's back to the hill to face Gelfman, who he struck out the first time. Here's his first pitch, and he deals a fastball for strike 1 on the outside corner. Arnold may have grown a beard since he was on the hill last. 0-1 the count. The 50th pitch of the night from Connor Arnold. Here it comes on 0-1 to Gelfman. He hits a slider on the ground to third. Backhanded by Quitzer. The long throw dug out by Gillespie. Tremendous play on both sides of the putout. Quitzer, the sliding backhand behind the bag. Gillespie picks it out of the dirt. 1 out, and here's Jacob Wooler. Jacob Wooler, the left-handed batter, flying to DeAngelis in left. He's 0 for 1 here. He tanks high and away. One ball and no strikes on the left-handed hitting Wooler. Here comes the pitch. He swings through the 1-0 from Arnold. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're only in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch, and Wooler tops it foul up third. One ball, 2 strikes. Arnold, who has struck out 4. From the first base side of the rubber, deals on 1 and 2, and Wooler just throws the bat out there and gets a piece. Count still 1 and 2. Hubbard in center is way over toward that left center field gap. Arnold trying to make quick work of the Salina lineup here in the top of the 4th inning and find that groove he was in the first 2. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Pulled out the changeup to Wooler for his 5th strikeout, 2 away. Wooler's 0 for 2. He's the 2nd out of the inning. Here comes Cosimo Canella, who has also struck out against Arnold in the ballgame. Working quickly, he deals a first pitch slider that misses inside to Canella. Here's the 1-0 from Arnold. Canella fists it into short left center field. That'll fall for a hit. DeAngelis cuts it off and gets it in. 4th hit of the ball game for Salina, the first hit for Canella. Two out and a runner at first for Nick Krause. He reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. That was last inning. Seems like forever ago. Probably pretty close to about an hour ago, actually. With the 40-plus minute bottom of the 3rd. Arnold's first pitch, and Krause whiffs at a fastball. Krause trying to hit an 11-run home run there. He does have 1. The right-handed hitting catcher. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and Arnold drops a slider down low. 1-1. Well, there's a ball game going on over in Vallejo. That game is 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th with the Admirals on top. Arnold works from the stretch. Now the 1-1. Krause hits a one-hopper on the ground to second. A hot shot. Gottafields flips to the covering Romero at second base. That ends the inning. No runs on a hit. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Stompers lead 13-2.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Rayson Romero leads us off. Bottom of the fourth. 9-1-2 against Max Biderowski. Biderowski came in, gave up a single to Barfield, and then struck out Daniel Molinari. Romero 0 for 1. He drove in a run on a walk his last time up, and Biderowski, who works from the stretch, deals, and Romero takes at the letters strike one. They'll try and stretch Biderowski out as much as they can here before having to go to maybe a position player in this game if it stays ugly like it is at 13-2. The 0-1 is outside and low. One ball in, one strike. Biderowski throws, and Romero fouls it back to the screen. Ten-run third, the most the Stompers have had in a single inning this season. So a record for the year, if you will. Here comes the 1-2. Slider is outside and low. Chris Quitzer trying to join the Stompers' run-scoring party tonight. He'll be due up fourth this inning. The only Stomper to not score. Biderowski will step off. It was Roland for 2. Gomer Saul for 2/3, and then Biderowski came in to end the bottom of the third inning. Here's his 2-2 pitch to Romero, and he takes high. The count is full. Nick Gata on deck. Nobody up in the Salina bullpen. They're straight away defensively. Here comes the payoff, and Romero fights it off to stay alive. Season's been full of ups and downs everywhere around the league. Stompers who fell in probably the best baseball game that we've had this year on Tuesday night. game was tremendously played by both sides, and with Napa coming out on top 4-3 in that one. A little bit of extra fire coming in today. Here's the payoff, and that is high. Romero has his second walk of the game. Nick Gatta's trying to reach for the fourth time. Gatta 2 hits, a walk. He's driven in a run. Here he takes outside from Biderowski. Gatta putting together one heck of a 2019 season. He takes low, 2 balls and no strikes. Right now, if the season were to end today, he'd have the highest on-base percentage all time in a Stomper uniform. But still plenty of games left to go. 25 after tonight. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and he hits it in the air down the left field line, not very deep. Coming on is Bishop toward the line, crossing into foul territory. He makes the catch. Gatta's retired for the first time in the game in his 4th time to the plate in the 4th inning. How about that? Here comes Dondre Hubbard. Drove in a run on a single in the 2nd. Hit a 2-run double in the 3rd. Snapped that 0 for 12. A couple of RBI hits. Salina just trying to throw up a 0 for the first time tonight. Stompers 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 10 in the 3rd. First pitch to Hubbard. Yanked foul over toward the Salina dugout, and look out. All the Stockaders falling behind the netting over there. Just trying to stay alive at that point when Hubbard hits a 90-mile-an-hour rocket over toward your dugout. Romero leads from first. Canella lazily holds him on. Now the 0-1, and Hubbard chases a curveball. That's the 6th time tonight we've seen Dondre Hubbard chase a breaking ball with less than 2 strikes. Biderowski at the belt. Here comes the 0-2. Hubbard fights off a curveball, hits it out of play to stay alive. A walk and a fly out in the inning. After the Stompers sent 14 to the plate in the 3rd. The first 9 men reached in that inning. Here's the 0-2. Hubbard's down on strikes. Took a huge swing. He struck out for the 2nd time, and he's the 2nd out. That brings up Chris Quitzer. Quitzer is 1 for 3. He hit a 2-run single last inning. Still the only Stomper yet to score. In the bottom of the 4th, with 2 out, Biderowski deals. Quitzer takes strike 1, a fastball in the outside corner. Coming in, the Salina ERA as a staff just below 8. Stompers with the best ERA of 4.13. Now the 0-1 pitch. Quitzer takes very high, ball 1. It was a 2-team race for a majority of the first half of the season. And now coming in, Napa is just 4.5 games out of 2nd place. Quitzer chases low 1-2. Of course, San Rafael just 3 games back at 25-15. Napa's a game over 500 at 20-19. So now Napa starting to watch that score over in Vallejo closely, and they could pick up a half game tonight as well with them being off. Here comes the 1-2. Quitzer pops it up. Right side, foul territory. Canella over. He'll make the catch. That ends the inning. No runs on no hits. The Stompers strand a man and do not score for the first time tonight. We'll go to the fifth. 9-1 two-hitters coming up for Salina.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Chuck Rocker leads it off for Salina. We're in the top of the fifth inning in a 13-2 Stomper lead. It's 9-1-2 against Connor Arnold, who has tossed 60 pitches so far. Here comes number 61 to Rocker to open the inning. He hits it in the air to right. Much easier for Williams this time. He'll make the catch and put it away. One pitch, one out here in the fifth. 3 Salina pitchers already in the game. And now here comes Justin Bird. Bird is driven in both runs of the night for the Stockade. A 2-run single through the right side of the infield. That was back in the third inning. And Connor Arnold stranded runners at the corners in that inning. And when he came off the mound, it was just 3-2. He misses outside to Bird here. 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Arnold. Bird takes a slider. Ooh, that missed inches. Just inches off that outside corner. Two and 0 the count. Here comes the pitch. Bird hits it sky high to center. Not very deep. Hubbard coming on. Now DeAngelis with the wind blowing it around. He'll make the catch in short left center. Omar Artson will come up. 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Connor Arnold trying for a 1-2-3 inning since the first, and even in that first inning, he needed help from a 5-4-3 double play. His first pitch to Omar Artson, a little bit above the letters for ball one. Arnold, the kid from Cal State San Bernardino, where he went 9-5 in his career with an ERA just above 4. Here's his 1-0, and Artson fouls it out of play. He struck out 5 tonight, walked just 1. Fly ball to right, a fly ball to left. 2 quick outs in the inning. Now here comes Arnold's 1-1, and Artson takes a slider down below the strike zone. All kinds of streaks around the league right now. San Rafael has won 4 in a row. Vallejo has won 3 in a row. So one of those teams' winning streaks is going to come to an end tonight. The 2-1 pitch. Artson swings through the hard fastball from Arnold. It's 2-2. Stompers coming off a loss. Stockade coming off 11 of those. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Here comes Arnold downhill, and Artson breaks his bat and loops it down the right field line and foul by just inches. Artson throws the hands up. Ron Adams right there down the right field line had the best look at it than anybody in the house. I mean, that little pop-up probably 130 feet down the line, right over the head of Ron Adams. He watched it hit the grass, called it foul right away. No hesitation in his mind. From up here, it looked like if you asked us, we wouldn't have been able to make a definite call. But with Ron Adams right on top of that line, he had the perfect look at it. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Omar Artson, who shattered his bat into a billion pieces. Got a new one. Hubbard over toward right center field now. A big shift on Artson. Here's the 2-2, and that fastball catches the outside corner. Arnold has a 1-2-3-5th, and he has 6 strikeouts. We're halfway through the ball game, and Brent Gillespie will lead us off when we come back on Sonoma TV and on the Stompers Radio Network.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Brent Gillespie leads us off. We're halfway through the ball game. On to the bottom half of the fifth. He takes outside from Max Biderowski. 1 ball in, no strikes. Gillespie's 2 for 3, an RBI double. He's scored twice in the ball game. In the cleanup spot of the order tonight, it's Gillespie, Williams, and DeAngelis. Here in the last of the fifth, Biderowski deals on 1-0, and Gillespie swings over the top of a changeup. 1 ball in, 1 strike to count. Well, they're moving over in Vallejo, too. We're keeping a close eye on that game as we are in game 39 here in the 2019 season. The 1-1 to Gillespie fouls it into the glove of Krause for strike 2. And with the standings as congested as they have become, Stomper 3-game lead, and then Napa just 7.5 out in third place. Here comes the 1-2. Gillespie pops it up into foul territory down the third baseline, and that will get into the seats. So those 3 teams over 500. Vallejo 4 games under 500. They're trying to make a statement tonight with a win over second place San Rafael. Now the 1-2 from Biderowski, and Gillespie is down on strikes. They're going to appeal and see if Krause picked it clean. He did not. So they're going to keep Gillespie at the plate. It'll be a foul ball. He did get a piece of it, but they say it skipped into the glove of Krause, the catcher. So without him picking it cleanly, it'll just be a foul ball. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Gillespie this time does not make contact, and he is down on strikes for the first out of the bottom of the fifth. Here's Miles Williams. He's come up to the plate 3 times tonight, and he has walked all 3 of those times while scoring twice. Biderowski had a shutdown 4th, trying for a shutdown 5th. And a great job by him to bounce back after the 10-run third. He didn't allow any of those runs. Here's the first pitch to Williams. That is outside. One and 0 on Williams. Right-handed batter just waiting for something to swing at tonight. He gets one there and fouls it off to the left. Phil Rowland, the starter, allowed 8 of the 13. Then Jack Gomer saw the other 5. Williams takes a big cut at a fastball in the outside corner, and he comes up empty. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Nightfall coming quickly now to Palooza Park. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Biderowski. Opens the 5th. Here's DeAngelis. He's driven in 4 already. Couple of RBI singles and a 2-run home run. 5 home runs and 24 runs batted in on the season. Left-handed hitter against Max Biderowski, who in 2 innings so far has struck out 4. Here's his first pitch. Way inside, and did that hit DeAngelis on the foot? Looked like it did. Yes, it did. He'll go down to first. Rob's reached all 4 times. He took a jog all the way around the dirt surrounding home plate. Rob takes the walk to first, and here comes Jacob Barfield. So after back-to-back strikeouts, Biderowski hits DeAngelis. And here comes Barfield, another kid from Houston, Texas. He in. Dondre Hubbard alike. Hubbard in his first year in the Pacific Association. Barfield in his second season here, last year with Martinez. First pitch from Bidarowski, and Barfield takes low. Jacob has 2 hits tonight. Pair of singles. He had an interesting journey out of Houston. Played 2 seasons of JC baseball. Played at Texas Wesleyan. And in college hit .337 and 37 home runs. Takes strike 1 here, and he drove in 120. After a very productive college career, went to Martinez. Now here, contributing to this lineup top to bottom. Here's the 1-1, low and away. Barfield with a couple of top spin singles here tonight. DeAngelis is over at first base with 2 out. Bidarowski's 2-1 pitch. It's across the letters for strike 2. Barfield didn't like the call, but that'll be the top of the strike zone probably from here on out, and you don't like it, but with a 13-2 lead, hitters may have to expand the strike zone out of their comfort zone a little bit here tonight. Two balls and 2 strikes. 2 out, DeAngelis over at first base. Here comes the pitch from Bidarowski, and Barfield fouls a curveball out of play. Been long waits for Connor Arnold in between innings tonight. He's at 70 pitches through 5, so Arnold is in line for a potential win tonight if the score stays the same. We'll do the 2-2 again. Here it comes from Bidarowski, and Barfield rolls it on the ground to third. Gelfman picks it. He'll fire across, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits. They leave 1. We're through 5. It's the Stompers 13, the Stockade 2.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Louis Martini leads off the top of the sixth for the Stockade against Connor Arnold. He deals in a first pitch fastball a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Martini in the game. He's 0 for 1. Bounce into a double play, and he walked the only walk issued by Connor Arnold, and now he misses with a slider, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 6 strikeouts for the right-hander and 1 walk, who's trying to return to his form from the first month of the season after losing his last 3 starts. And now Martini rips it past Quitzer down the left field line. That'll likely be extra bases. Martini digging for second. He has a stand-up double to lead off the top of the sixth. Quitzer missed it by inches over at third. A hot shot off the bat. 5th hit for the Stockade. First of the night for Martini, and here comes Cody Bishop. Quitzer's made some nice plays over at third, including one tonight. Just could not get the glove there in time. It's a leadoff double, and Cody Bishop, who has struck out and grounded to first, will bat in a 13-2 game in the sixth. Arnold's first pitch inside to Bishop for ball 1. Stompers trying to win their 7th against the Stockade this year. Coming in, having won 6 of their last 10. Arnold looks to second, now the 1-0, and Bishop takes high and away. Connor has fallen behind 2-0 to both hitters to open this inning. Found a groove in the 5th, the 1-2-3 inning, and then now giving up the leadoff double. He deals on 2-0, and Bishop ropes it to right center for a hit. Williams over to cut it off. The throw to the plate on one hop is in time. Miles Williams throws out Louis Martini trying to score for the first out here in the 6th. Williams, one of the strongest arms in the outfield you'll see here in the league. He got to it quickly through. Molinari picked the short hop, the first base side of home plate, reached around, slapped the tag on the foot of Louis Martini. That ignited the crowd here at Palooza Park. Martini maybe thought around third that he wouldn't even have a throw. Here's the first pitch to Gelfman. A slider is popped up, foul territory, first base side, and that will reach the seats. 0-1 the count. So the defensive play in the game so far for the Stompers, that throw in right by Williams. Score inconsequential at this point. Williams, who misjudged a ball earlier, just trying to feel a little bit better out there in right field, and that'll do it. Bishop's at first with 1 out. Here's the 0-1. And slider is taken low by Gelfman. He struck out in the second, grounded to third back in the 4th inning. One ball, 1 strike, 1 on and 1 out. They play Gelfman to pull slightly in the infield. Quitzer's back at third. Romero deep and short. Here comes the 1-1. It's fouled out of play. Gotta up the middle at second, ready for a double play ball. Stompers have turned 1 tonight. Arnold ahead 1-2. He's punched out 6 Stockade. Gelfman climbs in, manicures the box, rests the bat on the shoulder. Here comes Arnold's 1-2 pitch. On the ground to short, Romero charges Hill field to second for 1. Got it to first. 6-4-3 inning over. One, two, three, the unconventional way for Connor Arnold. We'll go to the home half of the sixth. 8-1-2 coming up.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Daniel Molinari leads us off. Bottom of the sixth inning. 13-2, Stompers lead this one. Max Biderowski, who's done a terrific job out of the bullpen for the Stockade. They have a right-hander loosening now. Molinari 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. He's driven in a run and scored twice. Molinari really likes his walk-up song. Molinari walking around home plate. Yeah, I'm going to milk as much out of this walk-up song as I possibly can. Looking for my first hit of the night. Stands in against Biderowski. Here's the first pitch, and he takes a fastball in the dirt. Want to know the count? Still paying close attention over in Vallejo. That game's still 4-3 Admirals over San Rafael. They're in the top of the sixth. Biderowski from the stretch on 1-0. Molinari takes outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And the Stomper catcher making his 11th start of the season. Biderowski's 2-0 pitch. Right across the letters. Molinari takes for strike one. 8-9-1. Molinari, Romero, and then Nick Gata. The 2-1 delivery, and Molinari takes way outside. Stompers have walked 8 times. 6 of those 8 walks have scored. Three and 1. There's the pitch. Molinari works his 3rd walk of the night. Molinari's walked 3 times. Williams has walked 3 times. Here's Romero, who's walked twice. drove in a run on one of those walks and came around to score. Man at first, nobody out after the leadoff walk, and Romero takes a big hack and comes up empty. Arnold definitely coming back out for the 7th. He's at 80 pitches exactly through 6. The 0-1 pitch to Romero. He breaks his bat, a little blooper into short center field. Behind the bag at second, Martini will make the catch. One out, back to the top of the lineup. Here's Gata, who's reached 3 of 4 times tonight. Couple of hits, a walk. The Northwest Missouri State product. Nick Gata out of San Diego. Went to Torrey Pines High School down in San Diego. Take strike 1 here. If you're a golfer, you know about Torrey Pines. Golf course down there on the water right by UC San Diego. 0-1 pitch is away. Tigers won Torrey Pines a couple of times. Cross-referencing sports. Just because the guy went to Torrey Pines High School. The 1-1. Gata hits it back up the middle. That will squirt into the glove of Martini. A diving play behind the bag. He throws to second, but it is late. Gata thought he had a single into center field, and the great defensive play by Martini just to get there. Stompers have first and second, 1 out. Nick Gata has his 3rd hit of the night, the infield single. Now here's Hubbard with men at first and second. Dondre's driven in 3. Biderowski's first pitch, fouled back to the screen. Big swing from Hubbard. Nothing in 1. Leading from second is Molinari. Leading from first is Gata. Here's the 0-1. Hubbard fouls a curveball back to the screen. Nothing in 2. 2 on, 1 out. 13-2 in the 6th. And Hubbard trying to add on to an already productive night. The 0-2 pitch, a slider high and away. Nobody up in either bullpen now. The sun setting, painting a speckled cotton candy sky. Here comes the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Clouds have turned pink, the few clouds that we have in the sky here tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Hubbard, who has 2 hits in the game. The curveball is inside and squeaks past the shirt sleeve of Hubbard. That runs the count full. On deck is Chris Quitzer. Here comes the payoff, and that's low, ball 4. Bases loaded, a couple of walks and a single in the inning. Quitzer with the bases loaded, 1 out. Quitzer's 1 for 3, a 2-run single. Here comes the first pitch to him from Max Biderowski, and then it's smashed down the right field line, foul. Quitzer's 1 for 2 with men in scoring position tonight. With that 2-run single, the only hit. He's still the only Stomper not to score. He has the bases loaded. Here's the 0-1, and he shoots it foul this time down the left field line. Find the middle now, Chris. Find the middle. Shoots one down the right field line, shoots one down the left field line, both foul. We've seen Chris put a charge into a couple balls to center field this year. It's a long way, 435 feet away. Here's the 0-2. Broken bat, dribbler on the ground, left side, Gelfman fields. He'll go to second for 1, back to first, and it's late. Quitzer reaches on a fielder's choice. He drives in another run. It's 14-2. Hubbard's forced out at second with a second out, and here comes Brent Gillespie. Gillespie comes up 2 for 4. Men at the corners in 2 out. Here's the first pitch. On the outside corner for strike 1. Leading from third, Ghana. Quitzer from first. The 0-1. Gillespie takes a changeup outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's check him out in Vallejo, huh? Still 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th. They've caught up. Biderowski set at the belt, now throws on 1-1, and Gillespie hits it down the left field line into foul territory, out of play. Salina does have a right-hander up. And another long break for Connor Arnold here this half inning. At this rate, he could throw 40 pitches an inning, and if he's waiting a half an hour in between innings, so be it. The wing's fine. The 1-2. Gillespie down on strikes. A little slide step action there from Max Biderowski. He struck out Gillespie twice. Stompers score. The Chris Quitzer RBI, it's 14-2.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Jacob Wooler leads things off. We're in the 7th. 14-2 our score. Arnold's 81st pitch of the night to Jacob Wooler misses high for ball 1. Wooler's 0 for 2. He flied to left and struck out. 1 of 6 strikeouts for Arnold tonight. Here's the 1-0, and Wooler flies it out of play. So the story tonight, early on, not even the 10-run third inning, but starting out 5 for their first 7, the Stompers were with men in scoring position. They were 1 for 11 in the ballgame the other night when they stranded 15 men on base. Now the 1-1 swung through and missed. Tonight, they've only left 8. Only. But they've brought home 14. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Arnold to the left-handed Wooler. A little bit of hesitation in the windup there from Arnold. Looked like when he brought that left leg up, it may have, the spikes may have clipped that plant leg, that back leg for Arnold. Here he is on 2-2, and Wooler takes high and away, and the count is full. "3-2 on Dex Canella. Here's the payoff. Fouled straight back and off the pole that holds up the netting behind home plate. That shot 90 feet up the right field line. Still 3-2. Pitch number 87. The 7th of the AB coming up. Here it is. And he walked him. Only the 2nd walk of the night for Arnold. There's Canella. Canella's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Here's the first pitch. Of the letters. So after a walk, Arnold starts Canella with ball 1. Working from the stretch. His 1-0 delivery. High again. Now Molinari is going to jog out and talk to the right-hander. Next pitch will be number 90. And nobody's up in the pen. Arnold has a decent pitch count to this point. But with the big lead and the long rests in between, a little surprised nobody's at least up. Especially with the score being what it is. Here's his 2-0 pitch to Canella. Chops it foul up third. A dozen, that's the cushion right now. The 2-1. Oh, that almost got him. It looked like Wooler thought it got him. Wooler was at first. The pitch went all the way to the backstop, and Wooler kind of stood there and went, did it get him? Didn't miss it. Either way, if it got him, he should have gone to second, but Wooler stays put at first. Canella pointed at him and went, "What are you doing? Go!" We're down 12. You can still go. There's the 3-1, and Canella has left the building. His fifth. A laser shot. It's 14-4. Three-1 fastball up in the strike zone. Canella didn't miss. Leadoff walk, the home run. Canella's now driven in 19. Here comes Nick Krause. Krause comes up with nobody on, nobody out. Canella cleared the bases with a home run. The lead is now 10. Arnold's first pitch of the at-bat to Krause is down below the knees for ball one. For Connor Arnold, the 8th home run he's given up this season, and now he misses outside to Krause to make it 2-0. Right-hander up in the bullpen. That's easy to say. There are no lefties in the bullpen. There's the 2-0. Inside 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Krause, the catcher, at the plate. The pitch. And there for strike one. Three and one, the count. The pitch from Arnold is fouled away. He's come all the way back, and he's made it full 3-2. 3-2, nobody on, nobody out. 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Here comes the payoff pitch to Nick Krause. Spoils it. Billy Ethington up and throwing in the Stomper bullpen now. Arnold's payoff pitch one more time. On the ground, softly to short. Romero will charge. He sets his feet to throw across. In time to get Krause one away. Gonna bring Chuck Rocker to the plate. Rocker's 1 for 2, a double. He scored back in the 3rd inning. Pitch count up toward the century mark for Arnold now. His first pitch to Rocker. The slider stays high. This will be number 101 from the right-hander tonight on 1-0, and Rocker swings through the fastball. One and one the count. Justin Bird on deck. Here comes the pitch. Rocker hits it softly into the air, shallow right. Gotta out. He'll make the catch. So after the 2-run home run, quickly 2 out for Arnold, and now Justin Bird. Arnold trying to get through Bird to end the top of the 7th. Get through 7 full tonight. Bird 1 for 3, a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. First pitch to him is a fastball tailing away that catches the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Bird, the left-handed hitter, back in the box. Arnold works very quickly. Here's the 0-1, and Bird nubs it off the knob of the bat. Foul up third. That's the first time we've seen that one this year. They hit the knob. Knob of the bat. Squeaked foul up the third baseline. So Arnold is ahead 0-2. He could elevate here, or he could even throw the slider and try to go to the back foot of Bird. He does have 6 strikeouts. Way ahead 0-2. He peers in. He lifts the leg. The quick pitch on 0-2, and he misses inside. Second time we've seen him pull out the quick pitch tonight. One, two out. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Arnold has struck out 7 through 7 innings tonight. He walks off the mound with a 14-4 lead in line for his 5th win. Stretch time here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field. Miles Williams will bat when we come back.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
We would like to thank our community partners: Tina Schoen Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
And social media support is provided by Wordmice.
Home half of the 7th, Ricky Bielski will be the new pitcher for Salina. This will be the 15th game in which he's appeared, an ERA over 11. He'll come in relief of Max Biderowski, who threw a terrific 3 1/3 innings, allowing 1 run on 2 hits. He struck out 5 and walked 3. So the best performance of the night for Salina has been Biderowski out of the pen after Roland and Gomersall allowed the first 13. He'll face Miles Williams, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's walked 3 times. Stompers have walked 10 times as a club tonight. Williams, who, including tonight, has reached in his last 18 games. We're in the last of the 7th. Salina 2 in the top half on a Cosimo Canella 2-run home run. Bielski, the 6'3" right-hander from Anaheim's first pitch to Miles Williams, is outside for ball 1. Well, Vallejo has gone up 9-3, a 5-run bottom of the 6th inning for the Admirals, and they have a 6-run lead going into the top of the 7th. Williams takes low. That's good news for Stomper fans. That's good news for Silverado fans as well. Napa, who sits just 4.5 games behind San Rafael in the Pacific Association standings. Williams awaiting the 2-0 pitch from Ricky Bielski, the big right-hander. Here it comes. Tops it off of his own foot, foul up the third base line. Last time the Stompers scored double digits on the 21st, so not that long ago. That was against the Stockade in a 10-6 win. Last time they put up 2 touchdowns was against Vallejo on the 19th. Bielski from the stretch. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Miles Williams, and he takes outside. Williams not getting anything to hit tonight. He's only been in a 2-strike count 1 time. In fact, over 5 plate appearances, he's only seen 4 strikes. There comes the 3-1. Now he's seen 5 strikes. He swings over the top of that one, and it's full. 5, 6, 7 here in the 7th. 2 in the 3rd for Salina, 2 in the 7th inning. Stompers 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 10 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th. Payoff pitch coming from Bielski, and Williams takes his 4th walk of the night. Brings up DeAngelis. He's been on base all 4 times. A pair of RBI singles, a 2-run homer, and he was hit on the foot last time up. Stompers 1-2 in their last 3 home games. Something that you don't expect to see out of how well they've played at home. And DeAngelis lifts the first pitch in the air to center. Bird is there. He makes the catch for out number 1. Jacob Barfield will be the hitter now. He has a couple of hits. Everybody in the lineup a hit tonight, except for Miles Williams, who has contributed with 4 walks. Here's Barfield. Bielski's first pitch. Barfield takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Ethington now back up. Expect to see him in the top of the 8th. Arnold at 107 pitches. 106, make it. The 0-1. Barfield takes a wicked curveball outside for ball 1. Bielski, who was a Phillies draft pick in 2012 in the 14th round. His 1-1, and Barfield starts the hands, and he's able to hold up another great curveball from the reliever, but Barfield just able to take it for ball 2. Bielski at the bat. Here comes his 2-1. Barfield takes a huge hack. My goodness. Oh, my gosh. He didn't hit anything. He has a big smile, though. The only thing he hit was the dirt on the backswing. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's outside, ball 3. A walk and a fly out in the inning. Williams at first. Does Barfield have the 12th Stomper walk of the night? He does not. Swings through the fastball, and he's out number 2. Comes Molinari, who's walked 3 times and struck out. Ten-run ball game here tonight. I think you can say for certain that Molinari listens to his walk-up song more than anybody in the league. First pitch from Bielski is way outside. When you have a good one, I guess it's all right. Walk, fly ball to center, strikeout. Now the 1-0. Molinari takes outside, ball 2. Every time Molinari has reached tonight, he has scored. 3 walks, he's driven in a run. Here's the 2-0. He takes low, 3-0. Williams still at first after the walk that led off the inning. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and Molinari takes a 4-pitch walk. His 4th walk of the night. So now Romero with 2 on and 2 out. Guess what? He's walked twice. Although it's not surprising with an on-base percentage over 400. Bielski's first pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Stompers coming up. 2 more games at home to end the weekend before we go to San Rafael Sunday. Tomorrow night at 6:05, the Vallejo Admirals will be in town. The 1-0. Romero takes low. Health and Wellness Night, presented by Sonoma Valley Community Health Center. Come to the ballpark, bring your school supplies for a back-to-school drive which will benefit those in need. That is tomorrow night. 6:05 first pitch in that one. Here's the 2-0. Romero yanks it down the left field line, foul. Then on Saturday night, the Stockade are back here at Palooza Park at Arnold Field for Italian Heritage Night. Game also at 6:05. That is the conclusion of our promotional calendar for the month of July. A couple of games next week before we flip over to August. But that'll do it for our promotions here this month. And Romero takes high 3-1. If you can believe it, Romero's ahead in the count 3-1. Can you believe it? Here's the 3-1 pitch, and he swings through it. The runners will get a head start in a 3-2 count with 2 out. Bielski trying to end the 7th inning on a 3-2 pitch. He looks to second now, deals home, runners go, and that's ball 4. Romero's walked for a 3rd time. Bielski has allowed the 3rd walk in the inning. And here comes Ben Herrick out of the Salina dugout. Eric's going to talk to Bielski. Hasn't made a move yet. Chuck Rocker's coming in from right. Kraus pats him on the backside, and Rocker, where's he going? He's going to walk back toward the dugout. Now turn around and head back a 180 to right field. Rocker probably just talking to Herrick about what they want to do in the upcoming innings as far as pitching is concerned. Gata has a 3-hit night. He'll bat with the bases loaded. 3 singles. He's driven in a run and scored twice. And he's walked. He has 51 of those. He takes strike 1 from Bielski here. Owen won the count. The bases loaded and 2 out. Here's the pitch from Ricky Bielski. Gotta flares it foul, and now he's behind 0-2. Sandra Fells tacked on a run in the top of the 7th inning. They're still hitting in a 9-4 ball game. Bielski way ahead of Gata 0-2. Here's the pitch, and that curveball slips out of the hand and stays high and never really came down. One ball and 2 strikes. Gata, the left-handed hitter, at the plate. Here it comes. Curveball taken for strike 3. Gata has been struck out for the first time. Stompers leave them loaded. We go to the 8th. It's a 10-run game. 2-3-4 coming up.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Willie Ethington, the new pitcher for the Stompers. At the top of the 8th inning. Ethington this year, 3-0 with a 5.5 ERA. He struck out 12 and walked 10 in 21 innings. He'll face Omar Artson, Luis Martini, and Cody Bishop here in the top of the 8th inning, and the first pitch hits him. First pitch of the outing for Willie Ethington. He drills Omar Arnson, the third man he's hit this year. And here comes Luis Martini. So not the start that Ethington wanted, obviously, or Zach Pace out of his relievers coming out of the pen in a 10-run lead. There's Martini. 1 for 2 with a double. Ethington, the 6'3" right-hander from Mesa, Arizona, deals in strike one, a fastball. Out of Mountain View High School, he was drafted by the Red Sox in 2012. Spent 3 seasons in the organization. Spent 3 seasons in the Pecos League. Here's his 0-1 pitch. Martini takes strike 2. Nothing in 2. Arnson leads from first. Ethington just looking for a ground ball on 0-2. He misses below the knees with a fastball. 1-2 strikes the count. Ethington trying to make up for that hit by pitch. He misses way inside to Martini, and he has to back out of the way. Scared for your life up there right now. Here's his 2-2 pitch. High with a fastball, and he's running full. Hit by pitch to Arnson now. The count is full with Cody Bishop on deck. Payoff pitch, runner goes, swung on and missed. Arnson goes down to second base. No stolen base for him. Martini is struck out for out number 1. Cody Bishop, the hitter now. The man at second and 1 out. Ethington's first pitch. Fastball right there for strike 1. Getting ahead, the name of the game. Here he is on 0-1 to Bishop, and that's off the, called a strike on the outside corner. We weren't sure if Reichelmeyer was going to pull the trigger. He hit the glove of Molinari. It looked like it may have been a little off. Molinari did a good job keeping it there. So the count is 0-2. Here's the pitch. Bishop takes an off-speed pitch low. Right-hander up for Salina in the bullpen. Bielski came in the 7th, walked the bases loaded, and didn't give up a run. Talking about making it hard on yourself. 1-2. Shot Fallon. That almost got Gelfman in the on-deck circle. That was close. Hubbard over toward left center against Bishop. Williams is well off the line right. It's cooled down significantly here tonight. 64 degrees at the moment. Ethington's 1-2. Bishop fouls it away. We'll have another 1-2 pitch. (14-4) the score in the top of the 8th. Ethington first out of the pen after Connor Arnold 7 innings tonight. 1-2 is hit on the ground to second. Got us there. They'll throw Bishop out. 2 gone. Here's Gelfman. Arnold tonight, 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 7 on 106 pitches. Gelfman with an RBI opportunity with 2 out and a man at third. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Etherington's first pitch fouled out of play. Etherington, the 25-year-old, working towards a clean 8th. Nothing in 1. Gelfman, right-handed hitter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, could not hold up on a fastball high and tight. Pitch there where you start the swing, and then you realize, oh, no, that's coming at me, and then you do everything to bail out of the way, but in the process, the bat goes all the way around. Oh, and 2. Etherington with a strikeout in the inning already. Here he comes on 0-2, and he's struck out Gelfman. Leadoff hit by a pitch. He's able to pitch around it here in the 8th. We'll go to the last half of the inning. 2, 3, 4 spots coming up for the Stompers.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
New pitcher for Salina. This pitching change brought to you by Sonoma Hills Retirement. Aaron Sheeks will come on in his 9th appearance in ERA. A little over 4.5. Not listed as a pitcher on the roster, but he's thrown 11 1/3 this year and just allowed 6 earned runs. He'll face the 2, 3, 4 spots led off by Dondre Hubbard in the bottom of the 8th in a 14-4. Stomper advantage. His first pitch to Hubbard is way inside. Sheeks the 5th arm for Salina tonight. Hubbard's 2 for 4. There comes the 1-0 pitch. He takes low and away. So Sheeks not a velocity guy. Comes in to eat up innings. And he'll do just that. Throw it up there and say, here, you can try and hit it at 81. Good luck. 2-0 pitch coming out of the stretch. Here it is, and Hubbard takes a looping, breaking ball for ball 3. Sheiks out of Miami, Florida. He's at the belt. Here comes the 3-0. Hubbard hits it softly in the air, right center field, long run rocker. He comes in and he'll make the catch. Nobody on, 1 out for Quitzer. Chris 1 for 5 tonight. He's brought home 3 runs off the bat. Left-handed batter against Sheiks, and now they put the overshift on Quitzer. 3 men on the right side of the infield. First pitch, breaking ball for strike 1 on the outside corner. Only a man on the left side of the infield, the third baseman, Gelfman. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Quitzer awaits. He hits it on the ground, right side. Martini on the right side of second. Throws out. Quitzer 2 away. Brings up Brent Gillespie.
First baseman, Brent Gillespie.
Gillespie started the night 2 for 2. He's 2 for 5. Overshift on Gillespie as well. Martini back to the right side of the infield. Artson in shallow right, and the first pitch curveball is waved out and missed. 0-1. Austin Orvis, new right-handers up in the Stomper bullpen. We'll see him for the first time this season in the 9th, and Gillespie fouls it away. It's 0-2. He's behind in the count here against Sheiks. Gillespie's driven in 1 tonight. On 0-2. Sheiks home. Gillespie tops it softly foul up the first baseline. Gillespie fighting to stay alive. Possibly extend this bottom half of the 8th inning. Here's the 0-2 coming. He yanks it to first. Canelo fields on 2 hops. He'll run over and step on the bag. A 1-2-3-8. So we're headed to the 9th, and we'll see Austin Orvis for the first time.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
Austin Orvis, the new pitcher for the Stompers here in the top of the ninth. A 24-year-old right-hander at 6'4" will come in. He'll face Wooler, Canella, and Kraus, and his first pitch is on the outside corner, so he starts his season with the Stompers with strike one. Fastball, slider, and the changeup for Orvis. Here he is on 0-1, and he deals strike two to Wooler. Spent some time in the American Association with Sioux Falls and in the Frontier League with Shamber here in 2019. Now with Stomper on 0-2, and Wooler fights it off to stay alive. First time we've seen Orvis in action, just in the warm-up pitches. The hard-throwing right-hander, a tall, lanky right-hander. Still way ahead, 0-2. His pitch is popped up. Left field line out of play. Ethington goes 1 inning, hits a man, strikes out 2. Orvis in his first appearance ahead of Wooler here, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He agrees with Molinari. Now the 0-2 pitch, and that is swung on and missed. He elevates the fastball, and Orvis starts his Stomper season with a strikeout.
First baseman, Kosovo.
Here's Canella. Drove in 2 in the 7th inning with a 2-run home run. First right-hander Orvis will face. His first pitch is a little bit high. First ball Austin Orvis has thrown. Here he is on 1-0. Canella takes strike one at the knees. Vallejo now with a 10-4 lead over San Rafael. They're in the top of the 8th inning. Over at Wilson Park, here's the 1-1, and the slider from Orvis stays high and tight. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes to Canella, and he shoots it foul off to the right-hand side. 2-2. Orvis started the inning with a strikeout. Fastball, slider, changeup. We haven't seen the changeup just yet. Here's his 2-2 pitch, and the slider is outside. Count full on Canella with Nick Kraus on deck. He starts the motion. Here's the payoff pitch, and that is topped on the ground to short. Romero will field chest high and throw to first. 2 gone. Salina down to their final out here in tonight's ball game.
Catcher, Nick Kraus.
Kraus is 0 for 3. He's the last hope. With Orvis working out of the windup, here's the first pitch, and that is very high. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Stompers trying to win by double digits tonight. The 1-0 fastball swung on and missed. One and one on Kraus. Ryan Rodriguez has come out into the on-deck circle in the 1-1 slider. A check swing. They appeal, and he did go around, says Ron Adams. So now Salina down to their final strike. One and two. Orvis shakes twice. Now agrees. He kicks the pitch. Inside ball 2. Molinari just dropped it. 2-2 now on Kraus. Overs kicks and deals on 2-2, and that is high. The count is full for the second straight hitter. Ryan Rodriguez will bat next if we get there. Here's the payoff pitch to Kraus. It is hit in the air, shallow right. Gotta out. Williams on. It'll be Miles Williams in a 1-2-3 ninth for Austin Orvis. Stompers win this one 14-4, 14 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. They leave 11. Salina 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They leave 4. Final time of tonight's ball game, 3 hours and 23 minutes. Connor Arnold gets the win. He is 5-3. Phil Rowland gets the loss. He is 0-2. The Stompers improved to 27-11 or 28-11 on the season, and Salina is now 9-33. Vallejo and San Rafael still in action. Vallejo leads that 10-4, so right now the Stomper lead 3.5 games, and with a Vallejo win tonight, they can put it back at 4. We're here tomorrow night for Health and Wellness Night, 6:05 against the Vallejo Admiral. Stompers win 14-4 for everybody here with Sonoma TV. And for everybody with the Sonoma Stompers, I'm Forrest Hunt saying so long, everybody. Stompers win. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a very pleasant, good rest of your night.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Sonoma Fit, a state-of-the-art gym located in the Old Bowl Center at 19310 Sonoma Highway. There's no better place with more options to get fit and stay fit. Sonoma Fit offers more than 70 classes a week, including indoor cycling, yoga, TRX, rowing, and strength conditioning. Classes cater to all skill levels from beginners to advanced athletes. And if group classes aren't your thing, Sonoma Fit also offers personal training, small group training, and even sports-specific training. Sonoma Fit is proud to be the official workout facility for the Sonoma Stompers. State-of-the-art equipment, experienced trainers, attentive staff, friendly and helpful members, community-oriented and family-owned. Sonoma Fit is a different gym experience and has locations in Sonoma, Petaluma, and is coming soon to Novato. More information can be found at sonomafitness.com.
Stompers Baseball is brought to you in part by Sonoma Clean Power. As your local public electricity provider, we source clean energy from renewable resources, geothermal, water, wind, solar, and biomass. And we deliver that power to residents and businesses throughout Sonoma and Mendocino counties. At Sonoma Clean Power, we're invested in the communities we live and work in. We deliver services that enhance quality of life through competitive pricing, improved air quality, and energy efficiency. By changing the way residents source energy, we're able to deliver customer programs that make a difference in everyone's life. Powered by innovative thinking, Sonoma Clean Power was formed to provide a choice beyond for-profit investor-owned utilities, in our case, PG&E. Today, Sonoma Clean Power, or SCP, is a model for community choice programs throughout California. By providing higher percentages of renewable energy that reduce greenhouse gas emissions, our customers are helping solve the climate crisis at a local level.
We would like to thank our community partners. Tina Schoen, Broker Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Sonoma Hills Retirement Community, and
Car Star Body Best Collision of Sonoma.
social media support is provided by Word Mice.